What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome to Let's Talk, where I talk about all things queer that have interested me in the past week. Welcome to version 3 of this video. I have recorded this video twice already and it hasn't come through. So, it's a day late because of that, but worked out in my favor because there's something that just released a couple hours ago today that I can add to this video now. So that is in fact The Last of Us Part 2. A brand new trailer has released for that. It is, I'm so excited for The Last of Us 2. If you guys don't know, The Last of Us is just an amazing sort of zombie post-apocalyptic game. It's just like really well done. The story is amazing. There is a canon queer character in it. If you guys want to go check out, I do recommend checking out the Last of Us DLC, which is where we get that canon queer storyline. Oh, my heart. I love it. So I am super pumped for part 2. We'll 100% be getting it. So I love the trailer. Have no idea who these new people are in this trailer, but one of them is fit as fuck. Oh, abs and muscles for days. So I enjoyed myself. I will have a link to that trailer in the description if you guys want to go check it out yourselves. I recommend it. And I do recommend either playing it, the first game and the DLC, or watching someone else play it on YouTube because, you know, if you guys have been in the gaming section of YouTube, there are literally thousands of videos, so definitely highly recommend going to at least play it or watch it. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is Carmilla, because the Carmilla movie was released the past week. So good. So good. Oh, it surpassed any and all of my expectations for the Carmilla movie. It is everything that I wanted and more. It is just incredible. It is amazing. I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't already. I will be doing a full review / just fangirl freak out video on this movie because I think I could literally talk about this for a while and I didn't want this Let's Talk to go for an hour. So I figured I'd just mention the Carmilla movie and let you guys know that I do highly recommend watching it if you haven't yet and you were sort of waiting. But I will be doing a full, I feel like it's going to mostly be like a fangirl freak out video. But yeah, that'll be happening later this week at some point. But it's just so good. I mean, like I said, I could talk forever about the Carmilla movie, but just do yourself a favor and watch it. I love it. I love it so much. Moving on from that, I want to talk about Once Upon a Time. Now, I do have to say, in advance, before getting into this, I am biased, okay? I've been cut by Once Upon a Time one too many times to be optimistic about the show, ever, right? So I'm very jaded when it comes to Once Upon a Time. 2, I'm not currently watching Once Upon a Time, so I'm not up to date with Once Upon a Time, so what I'm talking about is coming from, like, it's secondhand information, right? But, yeah, I wanted to talk about it, I guess to keep you guys updated, at the very least. So just keep that in mind with this story. So it seems we are getting a epic LGBT love story in this new season of Once Upon a Time. Epic is what the showrunners has called it, so we'll go with that. Now, I believe this love story centers around Alice from Alice in Wonderland. There was a mention of her ex-girlfriend in the last episode, but it was literally like a one-sentence mention that she had an ex-girlfriend. So far, that's all we've got in the show. But it has been teased that it's going to be an epic love story, so yeah. Here's my thoughts on it. We were promised a predominant LGBT storyline a couple seasons ago. As you guys probably know, that was in regards to Ruby and Dorothy. What predominant in their minds meant was a one-episode storyline. And then, from then on, they just disappeared. We did not see them again. So it makes me wonder what epic means. Like, is epic a 2-episode storyline? I don't know. Maybe a 3-episode storyline. Can you tell that I'm jaded? I do not have high hopes for this. They have had many opportunities to create an epic LGBT love story. First of all, with Mulan, right? And then we had Ruby and Dorothy. And as you guys, if you've been anywhere near the Once Upon a Time fandom, you will know there is a big following for Swan Queen. I personally am a shipper of Swan Queen as well. That was a possibility as well. But they just don't seem to invest in LGBT storylines or characters. They like to promise and like to hype about their characters and storylines, but they don't like to invest or follow through with that. So for me, I don't have high expectations for this epic love story. I will be keeping an eye on it. Again, I'm not actually watching the season, but I am keeping an eye on this storyline, this character, to see how it develops, and I'll let you guys know if anything significant happens, if you guys are like me and don't actually want to watch the show, but are kind of curious to see what they do. So yeah, I will talk about it if anything else significant happens. But I would like to know, if you are watching Once Upon a Time, I would like to know what your thoughts are on this storyline. Are you a fan of Alice? Are you interested? Are you hopeful? I would like to know your thoughts if you are a fan of Once Upon a Time. But moving on from that, I want to give an update on something that I talked about a couple weeks ago. It's the Neverknock movie. So I watched this, and I'm going to be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't watched it and you don't really want to be spoiled, skip. There is time jumps in the description. You can skip to the next story. But yeah. So I talked about Neverknock a couple weeks ago because it stars Dominique Pavor-Chalkley in it. She plays like a queer character. And I was excited because, again, like I said, I hadn't seen it, but a lot of people on my Twitter timeline had seen it. And they were very, very excited about the movie. And I was like, oh, interesting. Dominique is in it. Love Dominique. She plays a queer character. Even better. And from the looks of my Twitter timeline, even though she didn't get together with her love interest on screen, it seemed like they got a decent ending, right? Because my timeline was ecstatic about this movie. Ecstatic. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, even though she doesn't get together on screen with her love interest, she's canonly queer, and she seems to get a decent ending. So that's great. I'm gonna talk about this movie. Spoilers! She dies! They both die! I was shocked and disappointed by this movie. Okay, here's my thoughts. I'm generally not a great person with horror, but this was like cheesy. Like, not in a good way cheesy, like cheesy horror. So it wasn't even scary. It was just like, I was just like laughing at it the whole time. The two queer characters die. They don't even get a kiss to make up for that. And it just, I was sad. Granted, if I knew all of this before watching the movie, I would still watch the movie because Dominique is in it. I love Dominique and I would still watch it, but I would keep that in mind and I wouldn't have high hopes for their ending. So I feel like it's probably my fault. Yeah, I just wanted to give an update on my story I talked about Neverknock a couple weeks ago because I kind of gave the impression that they had like a decent ending, right? Because that's the impression that I got. And I went into the movie sorely disappointed. But like I said, I would still watch the movie. If I knew all this before watching it, I would still watch it because like I said, love Dominique and watching her play a queer character, I will do it all day long. Moving on from that, I want to talk about Strangers. So, Strangers is a web series that I had been recommended a few times. So like Twitter, Tumblr, on my YouTube channel and stuff like that. People would recommend Strangers. They're like, this brand new web series. It's really, really good and you should watch it. The only thing is, it's on Facebook. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I despise Facebook. Like nothing else. I avoid Facebook like the plague. I cannot stand the site. So it took me a while to get onto the web series because I couldn't bring myself to actually go to Facebook. But I made my way to Facebook and I found the web series and I watched it and oh god, everyone was right. It was so good. It was really, 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 really good, and I just wish it was on literally anything else but Facebook. So it centers around this main character, Isabel, who's just come out of a long-term relationship with a guy, and she's just figuring out life. She's figuring out her living situation, she's figuring out her romantic situation, she is bi, and she's just amazing. I love her best friend. I just love this web series. It's just, the characters are by no means perfect. By no means perfect, but they feel real. Also, they've got like so many like actors that I knew playing like guest starring roles on this show, and I'm like, what is this, a web series? Where are all these actors coming from? I was like, I was so happy. Literally, I feel like every episode there was like an actor that I loved. The first episode got that chick from Unreal, the redhead chick that ended up having like a queer storyline. Love her. She was in the first episode. And then, I mean, in a few episodes down the line, they had like the main chick from Unreal. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know names. I'm horrible with names. But like the main brunette chick from Unreal, she's in it. I was like, what? It's also got, is it Bridget Regan? Who's on, you know, Jane the Virgin, all sorts of things. Yeah, she's in one of the episodes as well. It's got, I really don't watch Girls. I didn't watch Girls. I watched some storylines of the first season, but it's got one of the chicks from Girls on. I just, like I said, horrible with names, but so many people that I recognize, and I was like, I love these people. Why are they on this web series? I love it though. Anyway, highly recommend watching it. I'll have a link to the playlist with the videos in it. There's a whole bunch of short videos in this playlist as well. I didn't watch those videos because a whole bunch of them and I didn't know what they were, so I just skipped them. But the episodes are clearly marked. Just go watch it. Go watch it. It's really, really good. But I think that's about it from me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to give a big thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are incredible. But also a huge big thank you to my Patreon sponsors. We got Corey, Marissa, and Alex. You guys help me do what I do. You help me survive in life, to be honest. If you guys want to go check out my Patreon, there's a link in the description. I'm going to be revamping it in the next couple days, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be, I'm excited to add some more stuff. So yeah, check that out in the next couple days to see what's been added. All my Patreon supporters just mean the world to me because being a full-time YouTuber during this adpocalypse is scary. But that's about it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.